half hour.
Oh no.
I was just here to.
We're live?
We're live.
Oh, looks like we're live.
This the War Report coming live every Tuesday at 7 with Steve, Cat, Ryan, Amanda, and Eric. And the voice of NEW, Vince Berry. Hitting all the topics like a clothesline flurry. Turn up your speakers and hear them out. You can listen from your car, even on your couch. They too raw, who NXT? Handing out SmackDowns, follow on IG. Plus, it's sponsored by TagMeADate. Go to YouTube and sub now for every update. It's all wrestling here. No safe space. Now listen in. Time to hear from some of the greats.
And before we start, I got a little something else for you.
It's the greatest night in the history of our great sport. The War Report is live. War Report podcast brought to you by TagMeADate.com, the first, only, and free dating site exclusively for wrestling fans. I'm Tony Schiavone, and now here's your host, Vince the Prince Berry.
Thank you, Tony, for doing a brand new intro to the War Report.
Tony Schiavone.
That's like the real. That's not an impersonator. That's not me gimmicking my voice. That's the real fucking deal. Tony Schiavone, the man, the voice of my childhood, called all the important moments in WCW history. And for a goddamn $15 on Cameo.com, go support Tony Schiavone. Tony Schiavone's got a podcast. He does some live events every now and again, and he does this shit on Cameo. And he calls baseball games. Support this guy. He's been a big part of my life for like 20-something years. So I'm glad to help him out, and he helped me out. I'm so geeked out. I got this last week. I had to sit on this because I was at the beach. I couldn't play it. I had to wait for a whole week to play this shit. I'm so hyped. So I'm so glad I had this fucking intro.
Shout out to Cameo too.
We're gonna have more. There's gonna be more shit from various wrestling superstars that are all on Cameo.
And they will all be surprises. It's gonna be awesome.
This one was a surprise to everybody, literally everybody except for me. I didn't tell anybody. I bought it, waited for it. I almost slipped like 10 times. I almost told you guys before it was ready, and I just held on to it. It took like 2 or 3 days to wait. You order it, and then guy's busy. You have to wait. But I had to bring this to the show, and of course I had to put the Nitro music behind it, because why the fuck wouldn't I put the Nitro music behind it? But here we are. SummerSlam happened.
NXT happened.
SummerSlam happened. Raw happened. The G1 Climax Finals happened.
The Fiend happened.
The Fiend happened all over the place.
We have so much to cover, and the apologies for the late open this evening. We had some technical difficulties.
We're blaming it on Ryan.
Fucking interns, man.
It's all Ryan's fault. Oh man, Steve couldn't hear us for a while. He was having trouble getting his headphones working. And I could just watch. I could talk. I was saying it was like Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz. She could see Annie M in the crystal ball, but Annie M couldn't hear her. I just saw Steve getting madder and madder. I'm like, Ryan, you're lucky this didn't happen before WrestleMania. He was gonna whoop your ass in that parking lot if this happened in like March. So
that's for sure.
But it's working now.
Hey,
hopefully,
listen,
this shit doesn't change in the next week.
If anything, the intern fixed the problem.
He came through. He came through.
So that's all that matters in the end.
Complain.
And we are with you with so much to cover.
Oh shit!
But I mean, we have to start with TakeOver, because as usual, it delivered 100%. Every single match delivered.
Oh yeah.
And it was, what I liked was the progression. The booking was great because every match was great, but the last match stole the show. And it was the right match. The 2 out of 3 falls. Adam Cole Gargano was unbelievable.
That last step when that cage came down, holy shit, all those weapons.
Dude, that cage was awesome, and I liked how it was
Yeah.
pinfall or submission only. You weren't
I agree,
allowed
no
to,
escape.
right? But everything was great, and to be able to go for an hour, it was just about an hour, maybe a little short, but it was almost an hour, and keep you invested all the way through is not easy to do, and they pulled it off, and I was very, very happy. I mean, like I said, the whole show was just, it was a home run, and it was a great way to really set the bar high for SummerSlam.
Great start with the tag titles at the beginning. I really thought it was going to be a clean sweep of Undisputed Era. I was so wrong.
Yeah.
But me and Eric both bet on those guys.
I'm
not
not
mad at
unhappy. It's awesome. Street fucking over.
Those guys are really good.
They are
Both
so
of them, everybody
funny.
talks about the skinny guy.
Yeah.
Montez Ford.
Right, but Angelo is. I love. He's a big man. He wrestles like a big man. I like it.
Yeah. But they're just great. I mean, they're funny, and that was really the first time I actually paid attention to a wrestling match with them, and I was very impressed by both of them. It was great, man. There's just not one negative thing I could come up with when it came to NXT. Not one.
Yeah.
No, that was a good show. My only complaint might have been is the last match is too long. I know.
Really?
Like, I don't know. I like a nice tight 20, 25 minutes, get in, get out.
You know
Like
what,
it's
Vince? As they were chanting, "Wrestle forever."
Oh, I know.
I mean-
Listen, it wasn't. I'm not. Listen, it's like the most minor complaint is that the match was long, but I mean it was long, but it was good.
That's
it wasn't
that's like Seinfeld saying she ate peas one at a time.
Oh, it's little. You know what I liked also is like little things like the main event. There was that bag of shit, right? I thought it was gonna be thumbtacks for a second.
Everybody thought it was going to be thumbtacks.
It was all tools, and he gets out the fucking bolt cutters and he climbs up to get some barbed wire. Like that's awesome. That's awesome.
He could have just put barbed wire in the bag and saved himself like 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's good.
No, it was a good match. It was that cage match portion was everything that the Ambrose Asylum with Chris Jericho wasn't. If you remember.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that was like.
We should also mention that Amanda was there live.
Yes, Amanda was live. She's probably on SmackDown tonight too. Is that what she's saying?
No, she's actually in Las Vegas. She's took
She's
a
in
little
Vegas?
vacation.
Fucking kidding me?
So she will be back next week to
Holy
talk
shit.
exclusively with us about her experience both at NXT and at SummerSlam Live. So we look forward to that next week, of course, because
Yeah, she had good seats.
She had great seats.
Yeah.
So very, very cool. It was just
That live clip of the Fiend and everything too. That was insane.
well.
Yeah,
so,
she was like dead on. She
Well-
was like straight. She could see a Titantron and the ring from her seats, like a straight shot.
Yep.
So let's go then right into SummerSlam. So
I'm queuing it. This is the new theme, so go ahead.
this, in my opinion, is by far one of the creepiest entrances we've ever seen. It takes Undertaker to a whole new level.
Yeah.
And
higher sober, it doesn't matter. It's
yeah,
fucking freaky.
it
Oh
was.
my God.
But I heard something that potentially could be disappointing, and that's they may have already scrapped him coming out with that lantern.
Pussies.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
No, I know they edited out of the YouTube video.
That lantern was awesome.
Holy balls, this song.
This song is amazing.
What a
The part
great
they're screaming hurt
Hardware cover.
Oh my God. This is Code Orange. If you remember, they played Aleister Black for the ring at TakeOver once.
Yep.
Same group.
But this, besides from the entrance and the fireflies, the redoing of the song was just freaking. Oh my God, I loved it.
It was the reason it was good is that it was something familiar to us that we knew. The lantern, the music, the entrance, it's Bray Wyatt, but it's all just a little off. Like it's all just a little different than we remember it. And
It's
like
Rob Zombie in the WWE.
the fucking lantern made the whole thing. like I don't know if the writers and the TV people, they don't understand the story that's being told here about a guy that's losing himself to a fucking demon or whatever that's inside him and taking over. The lantern head was representative of himself losing his humanity to the fiend. Not to get all literary and fucking English major on you, but goddamn, it's staring you right in the face and you cut it out of the YouTube video. What the fuck?
Damn, I mean, they even on the whole Bray Wyatt thing, like when he took the chainsaw and sawed off like the old Bray Wyatt stand-up.
Yep.
That was like foreshadowing, holy shit.
He literally, yes, he decapitated himself. Good catch, Eric. It's continuity.
Themes in film, right, Kat?
That's right. I was just going to say that. Father will be very proud of us.
Film class in high school. It was
What I really liked more than anything about this entire deal with Bray Wyatt is that a lot of times you get really excited for something and it doesn't deliver. And in this case, not only did it deliver, it exceeded all expectations. Bray Wyatt pulled it off. The whole character, this is going to bring something very special to the table. The match with Finn went longer than I expected, but I'm okay with that. And it just really it did what it was supposed to do. Get Baylor off TV, but propel Bray as the Fiend. But yeah, very excited. This is going to be very interesting. I just can't wait to see who his next feud will be.
I loved Finn's like spelling of like how like frightened he was. That was really a cool thing.
Yeah, he was like, who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah, and you see he was dressed in all white, too.
I know, that's what I said. I said, wow, those are not the right colors to be wearing when you're about to shit your pants.
Yeah.
But that was the battle of good and evil.
What can Brown do for you?
Symbolic. The cowboy walks into town wearing white boots and a white cowboy hat. You know what I mean? That was very hero evil.
Kind of reminds me of the Shawn Michaels Undertaker match when Shawn Michaels came out
right?
like an angel
Shit.
descending from the sky, and then Taker came up from hell.
That was great. And then Sim Snuka almost killed the Undertaker by missing him on that catch. It wasn't his fault. The Undertaker did a fucking pencil dive over the top rope like he was 5 years old.
Holy shit, that was...
Oh my god. Yeah, but this Bray Wyatt thing is it's money, no matter how you slice it.
All of his merchandise sold out in 3 hours today.
Yeah, I think he.
That
that
surprises
box,
no one.
There were 500 pieces of that box, and they were going for $40 a pop, and they sold all 500 of them.
You know what's amazing though? The first time I saw the whole, I'm talking like before we even saw like his Mr. Rogers thing.
Yeah.
We would just see like random skits with puppets. I'm like, I don't know, puppets are stupid. And then, boy, was I wrong.
Yeah, and that's all right. So you touched on something: the ability to admit you're wrong. I like.
You saw me progress to become a Miz fan on the podcast.
Absolutely, I think we all did. I thought the Miz fucking stunk, and he's improved a lot over the last 5 or 6 years. But yeah, I like that we're able to pivot. And it kind of address the times that we've had an opinion that went awry. Other than Bray making that, first of all, I guess before we step away from that, I think the Fiend should only be wrestling matches on pay-per-view.
Yes.
If you want to see
just do the vignettes for now, and then
right, and maybe he can come out when flash the lights and give somebody a mandible claw. That's it.
I agree.
If you want, it's like back in the day. If you want, when like they would put Hulk Hogan in a shadow and just show his back. If you want to see this face, you got to pay for a ticket to get in. If you want to see the fucking Fiend bite somebody's face off, you have to pay for that fucking.
I agree. I agree with that 100%.
And I'm sure Bray can come out. He can come out in his fucking sweater and whatever. They can still do the show, the puppet show, whatever they want to do. I just think the money is in the tease of the Fiend and the ominous presence of the Fiend, and then he's going to reveal himself on this date, and that was it. And you have to it's like in the ring when you know that you only have 7 days to live. You're dreading that day. If you know that he's coming on the fucking Survivor Series, you're fearing that Survivor Series until you get to wrestling.
Right.
They have to be careful with who they're going to feud him with, though, because I don't want it to be anybody that can't afford like a loss. You know what I mean?
Well, that's very true, because one of the things I was hearing was like a dream matchup right now and it's true, would be Aleister Black, Bray Wyatt. But you can't have either of them lose a match right now.
Black needs to be more established first on Raw, but in SmackDown before.
But just in terms of gimmick versus gimmick, it makes sense, and it does.
Oh.
But it's just neither one can afford to take a loss, you know what I mean? But,
I just thought of one.
Which
the
one?
Fiend versus the Dream. Velveteen Dream feuding with Bray Wyatt. The Fiend.
I mean, I could eventually see that, but do you think... I don't think they're going to be calling him up anytime soon.
Yeah, but I think it would be fun to see them try and out-weird each other. Like how weird the Dream can get in response to all this other shenanigans.
Like Dream's feud with Aleister Black, like that.
Right.
Kind of
Like he can go really like Gold Dust with it almost. You know what I mean? Like Gold Dust was real over. He can go real over the top feuding with the Fiend.
Think about this. Could you imagine Samoa Joe's reaction to the Fiend? Like what?
Oh, that would be a great match.
Yeah. I feel like he would react how black people react in haunted houses. Just a lot of screaming.
Good God.
What? Get away from me! Demon! Demon! That's a demon!
We're like in the movie theater.
No, we can't say that. Oh. Ryan, cut this part out. Anyway.
I'm not the one that got in trouble first tonight. Just let the record know.
It's a scary movie.
I didn't do it this time.
But it's really, it's a horror movie gimmick. It's Leatherface. It's Freddy Krueger. It's Jason. Whatever you want it to be. Like he's Michael Myers. I love it.
And to think Slipknot did the music for NXT.
Yeah, they were saying that the rumor was that song. People were speculating because they knew that the WWE had bought rights to that Slipknot song. They thought it was going to be Bray Wyatt's new theme. Instead, it was an NXT theme. That was the rumor going around for a couple weeks, and then I like this better. I think having the twisted version of his theme is very fitting. The whole thing is fucking creepy.
Everything, they nailed everything. Everything was perfect.
We all said the same thing in the chat. That was fucking like legitimately creepy, scary, kind of like, I don't know, there's something about, and I know it's just a guy flashing like a fucking flashlight in his face. There's something really creepy about that shit. I don't know what it is. It's just all black, and then the lights going on this thing that you can barely see.
Well, and Vince, they did such a superb job with that mask. Mm-hmm. I mean, that really, truly is one freaky mask.
That's scary, man.
Tom Savini Studios. Tom Savini runs a great special effects school in Pennsylvania. He did special effects on Dawn of the Dead, Day of the Dead, Night of the Living Dead. He was cockshot in From Dusk Till Dawn. He was the biker in Dawn of the Dead, the lead biker with the mustache.
Big ups to WWE for pulling this off the right way.
Well, and I think
that's part of the night for me.
Bray Wyatt himself, I guess Wyndham Rotunda, if we're going to go down that fucking path. The guy had a lot of input as to what to do. And I'm sure
so did The Undertaker.
I'm sure him being a fan of horror movies was just like, listen, if we're going to do special effects, we're going to do a mask, this and that, we're going to Tom Savini Studios and having Tom Savini do it because he's the master of special effects. So, and the story, so here's something weird. Back a couple years ago, the WWE put out some YouTube videos called Superstar Ghost Stories. And they'd all tell a creepy story about something that supposedly happened in their life. It's like Ghost Hunters or one of those fucking reality shows, but they made it for YouTube. There's a short one. You can go look it up. Bray Wyatt, back in his old gimmick with the straw hat and the Hawaiian shirt and shit, Max Cady gear, he tells a story, a horror story. And it's like an origin. People are saying this is the origin story of The Fiend. He planted that seed a couple of years ago, telling a story on some fucking YouTube video that nobody watched. But he laid all the groundwork there and has just been building towards it.
That's phenomenal.
If it's true, I gotta go watch the video. I'm hyping all this up. I gotta go watch.
I saw it. It's amazing.
But it's true. Like this. So he's been planting the seed for a while. He's a fucking genius. The guy gets it. What else do we? I mean.
I just want to say, overall, I think they hit a home run with SummerSlam. I think SummerSlam was great. And there was a lot of flack, including in the chat, about Trish versus...
I did not mind that match at all.
I thought for somebody who hasn't done it in almost a decade, she did a great job. I think Charlotte did a great job dictating the pace of the match. And I was glad to see Charlotte get over. It just, the whole thing was done right. It was well done.
Yeah.
I agree with you 100%. I was the one that actually agreed with you. I thought the match was good, and I thought
I liked it.
Toronto too.
So what, Ryan and Amanda didn't like the match?
Well, and I know a certain chairman thought it was doo-doo.
Oh, the chairman. What do you think, chairman?
Yeah. So for me, anytime I get a chance to see Trish Stratus, it's fantastic. I just think
right there.
Stretched out, so it doesn't fit her body, and her getting stretched out by Charlotte in the ring doesn't really do well for me. But it was a good match, definitely well paced. You could see Charlotte calling all the spots. I guess nostalgia, but I don't know.
Trish,
I can't go
but
for
Trish did a decent job, though. You have to admit, for not being in the ring for that long and really like going one-on-one, she did a good job.
Yeah.
She did better than Goldberg.
I mean,
she kept botching every move.
There's nothing. How
I
do
didn't
you
see any botches, though.
Goldberg did nothing
that
wrong.
bulldog was terrible.
Yeah.
I didn't notice.
The
I
bulldog.
see that?
The bulldog. I agree. The bulldog was like a little slow motion,
I
and
must
she
not
also
have been paying attention.
slipped a little bit off the rope. I noticed that too.
Yeah, 2
Charlotte had
times
to
she
hold her
slipped.
up. Yeah.
shit, if we're letting Snooki.
You know, when we were kids, we never even thought about botches.
No,
we thought about botches.
No.
If they were really obvious, we'd notice them. But like, maybe that, I don't know. I'd have to go back and watch that Bulldog. But there was some stuff you'd notice. But I think, yeah, maybe it's
Like Hacksaw was notorious for stomping his foot when he'd do the punches.
Every wrestler was notorious for that. In
Yeah,
the
they
80s.
all did that.
It's the sound effect. You need the sound effect. That's why Vince put the mics under the ring.
Savage used to do that all the time.
Even The Rock
It's
used
so
to do that.
Yep.
Randy Savage used to slap his own chest after every punch.
That's true.
Yeah,
Yep.
The Rock would slap his leg. It was like really obvious. Like you'd see it coming. Like you'd see the whole motion.
It was fantastic. Best punches in the business.
No, it's Shane McMahon.
Him and Chuck
oh.
Palumbo.
I just thought of something, Steve, real quick. I want to go back to TakeOver for 1 second. Velveteen Dream, the fucking Mountie theme.
Yes.
That was awesome.
Okay.
That was awesome. That
The
match was
Mountain
also
Theme.
such a great match.
Yeah.
What about the pillar to post elbow drop from the Velveteen Dream?
Oh
Yeah.
my god! Holy shit!
Yeah, that was awesome.
That kid got some air. It was like, I looked like RVD all over again.
It kind of reminds me. You know what I loved about the AJ Ricochet match when the OC was getting involved, and then Ricochet was jumping on their shoulders to get to the AJ. That was fucking awesome.
Yeah, he like bounced off of him.
Yeah, Ricochet is a problem. What do you guys think about that stupid outfit he was wearing?
I got a kick out of it. I didn't think anything wrong of it. I mean,
I don't know,
he's like a comic book character. That's what he is. So to me, it made
right,
sense.
but I mean, I was that Robin-esque Nightwing / whatever. But I thought the look was working.
I don't know. I didn't mind it. Let's put it that way.
It's not the worst. Like fucking Zack Ryder used to have one short leg, one long leg on his tights, and that was the worst. So I mean, everything else would step up.
Yeah, but he's Long Island IZ.
Yeah, well, he's not.
You know it.
So
What else we got?
Other
well,
matches that happened.
so Kevin Owens, Shane McMahon.
Yeah, that was.
That was not good. I really thought that we're gonna go old school and get Kevin Owens, he quit or whatever, come back like the Stone Cold Vince shit, and they kind of ruined it for me. That's my personal opinion. But Kevin Owens could put on a good match. Shane doesn't really disappoint. I didn't feel too good about it. What do you guys think?
I enjoyed it. I did. I enjoyed it. I agree with you. Shane McMahon never disappoints, and of course Kevin Owens is great. So I feel like we don't lose as fans no matter how it goes. I see your point, like it would have been better storyline wise, but I'm also glad because maybe it won't prolong this and Kevin Owens can move on to something else.
Well, no, I don't think he is. You know why? He hit Elias. Elias was technically an official in that match.
True.
That tonight, Elias comes out and reverses the decision.
Oh, that's interesting.
I'm just
Possibly,
saying.
but now Elias is like in the whole. He's the 24/7 champ now. So
Oh, that's right.
He might have some stuff to do.
That would be good writing.
Yeah, maybe that hit there is the one that removes him from this feud, and that's why he started going. Like that was his official end of that feud, and now he's starting with 24/7.
Okay, but speaking of 24/7, and we're going back to SummerSlam, how funny were Carmella
Oh my god!
announcers.
The way they were dressed as the
I'm Celine
commentator.
Dion.
They are. They are.
Hilarious.
The whole
Funaki's
thing is
face.
so funny.
Funaki looked at him like, what the fuck is going on here with these crazy American people?
That wig.
Funaki called Taka Michinoku. He was like, listen, you got to come back.
It's like, I need at least 3 more Asian people to balance this out.
Indeed.
They got rid of Kenta, so you have to come back in. So the surprising thing, we didn't really talk about Becky Lynch because I guess they opened up the match, or they opened up the show with it. There was a women's pre-show. The only notable thing was Alexa dressed like Buzz Lightyear. So there was that. For those of you.
Yeah, that was a great costume.
Go back to 2 weeks when we were discussing how shitty that tag team with her and Nikki Cross. And Steve said that was good for the business, but it's okay. We'll forgive him.
Well, they got the belts now. We'll see what happens. At least they're going to fucking wrestle. Unlike the Iconics.
Yeah, they've already defended the belts twice.
Yeah.
If you call that wrestling, no problem.
Well,
We outnumbered this week, remember?
That's right. That's good.
yeah, I mean, because most of the Alexa's drinking coffee on the apron, but
Don't you dare sit there and badmouth Little Miss Bliss.
I will badmouth her pants and coffee any day of the week.
It was after Labor Day.
Only I can wear white pants and drink coffee.
They're spotless. The pants are spotless afterward. Not like hers. Scooter ass.
They have to be pressed before you go outside. They must be pressed.
That's right. So Becky opened up the show in a submission match against Natty Neidhart.
It was a good match.
That was a very good match.
And then, I mean, listen, it had to. You're not putting the belt on Natty. That's just not happening. So.
Do you guys feel like it gave stock to Natty and put her over?
Put her over?
She's always been.
Yeah, she's always been kind of.
I think she looked very good coming out of it.
She definitely didn't look bad. She wrestled her ass off in that match.
But she's like Ricochet. She can wrestle, but the personality's not really there.
Right.
But I think with this feud, that definitely brought out her personality.
Yeah, that was.
I feel like she'll always be the top 5 utility players. We know that because of her wrestling ability and her family.
Correct. Correct.
I think it gets to a certain point where either give him a real shot, real swing, or we got to call it quits. Because I think we're all going to get bored of watching the same shit with her, if we haven't already.
I'm going to call it quits last night.
That's been good.
I think there'll always be a place for Natty, because she'll be great at helping get the younger talent over.
Yeah, she'll train and all that shit too.
She's great NXT. Somebody send her to Full Sail now.
Actually, that really wouldn't be bad if they sent her down there to feud with, like, Shayna for a little. Feud with somebody and really get them ready to go up to the main roster by feuding with a main roster superstar.
Listen,
I meant as a coach. Just take her off the TV.
But I think they could use her, like Cassius Ohno. They bring him on, use him, don't use him.
If NXT is going to TV, then they might do that. They might have some of the main roster go to NXT, and pump it up.
Right. Imagine that, NXT being a main brand. Being on.
It should, because they actually have great matches.
Yes, the problem is Vince McMahon's going to have control.
Yeah, the
That's
format
my
is too much. That's what I worry about.
I like how all we do is watch the show and go, just wait, they'll fuck this up too.
It's true.
Next week, it'll be Michael Cole going, it's Fiend time! And then we're all just going to die inside. Because, it's over.
My picture is Vince. All I picture is Vince in gorilla position, like, come on, man.
Say it's Fiend time, damn it! It's Fiend time!
Go to commercial, quick!
So here's the other thing too. We were all, I think, for the most part, pretty happy with all the finishes too. But everyone kind of started shitting on the Orton Kofi finish, and I think
I didn't like that finish at all.
But here's the thing: to only have
Nobody
one
liked double count out. Fuck.
Well, but you know what though? To only have one match in the entire card end, that way, I don't think it's terrible.
That's true. There's usually multiple ones.
Right, and it's gonna continue the feud.
It had to end like that.
How many more years are we going to go over this shit? There should have been a definitive winner, It should have ended. I'm going to be honest. I think I was on my 12th, 13th beer maybe. And I fell asleep half of the match. I woke up at the double, I'm like, what the fuck is this? This is bullshit. And, you know, I wanted to see that. I like that they played off of that old school videos of 10, 11 years of them feuding.
Right.
They put up some nice, great videos of Randy Orton's wife, you know, arcading him in the pool on vacation. I thought it was all good. And then they give us this shit.
It was a good match, though.
The thing that I was listening to, I guess, Wrestling Observer earlier, and they were saying that it was funny that last year there was a similar kind of finish at SummerSlam in the WWE Championship match. It just didn't involve either guy. It was AJ and Samoa Joe, and Joe was calling out for Wendy, and then AJ came out and they both got counted out.
Oh, I remember that.
Horrible.
Or he used a chair and got disqualified. There was some shit, I don't remember, but it was like they just, you know, Meltzer and Alvarez pointed out, they're like, yeah, that happened last year and it happened again this year. It's like, I don't know if it was conscious of them or not, but it's just funny that it was both WWE heavyweight championship matches and similar finish.
SummerSlam is like what, like top 3, top 4 pay-per-views of the year?
Well, it's one of the big 4, for sure.
Right, and you can't give us a definitive answer. I get it. You don't want to put Kofi under because you're still riding that wave. I get it. But, you know, Randy Orton is top notch, and it's about time we do something with him, too, even though he's had it for 32 times. Something's got to give. That's just my opinion.
But that's just it, though. You hit the nail on the head. You don't want to ruin the Kofi wave, but you don't want Randy to look like he just took a dive to Kofi Kingston either.
Right, so you give us all riding and a shitty show. Perfect.
Kofi's running a brick wall.
He finished to one match, but maybe the match is going to happen then.
It's for the world title.
Maybe they have a rematch tonight.
So they can yeah.
They're going to have...
We can watch the same ending. Perfect.
By wrestling logic...
They won't do the same ending.
Because they got counted out. Here's what happens. When you get counted out in a match like that, J.J. Dillon or, you know, Jack Tunney or John Long, they look at it and they go, we need a Falls Count Anywhere match because you went outside of the ring. No time limit, you know, Falls Count Anywhere, or Last Man Standing to a 10 count because you got counted out. So I think that's what's coming, some kind of Falls Count Anywhere or a Last Man Standing kind of match between those two guys.
And then Tony Schiavone yells out how he's been hit with a flying squirrel.
We're out of time!
We'll see you again next week on Nitro.
Put it into Thunder on Thursday.
You know what? The next time I pay Tony Schiavone $15, it's just going to be him going "fuck Thunder" over and over for like 30 seconds.
So
I'll pay him $1,000 to say that Elix Skipper is the world champion.
You would do it for 15. Trust me, you would do it for 15.
So let me ask you this, especially since we have to keep moving. What are we thinking about Brock Lesnar, Seth Rollins, as predicted? Seth Rollins got over.
Yeah,
He should not have gone over. No way. Placeholder is back.
I didn't predict that.
So here's the thing. Brock, now everything, the table's been set. Brock is going to go beat the shit out of Kofi and take his belt.
Right.
Yep.
Right. He's going to go to
He's
SmackDown.
not getting a rematch. Spoiler alert for those of you who didn't watch Raw. Brock's not getting a rematch.
Right.
So the question, guys, who does Seth face now?
Well, they just gave you 3 again. J.J. Dillon was watching last night's main event intently. And J.J. Dillon decided that Braun Strowman, Ricochet, and AJ Styles will be in a 3-way match next week, or it's either going to be a 3-way match where the winner gets a title shot, or it's going to be a beat the clock challenge where the fastest victory gets the #1 contendership.
Please, God, no more
Somebody
beating.
write this shit down. Ryan, if you're listening to the show, write this shit down. I want to see if I'm right. I want to see if J.J. Dillon and Jack Tunney handle business this week.
That Tunney's dead.
Ouija board.
Hey, Jack Tunney, we need a main event. What do you got?
And you start spelling tag team match play it, and you're like, no, Teddy Long, get out of the room. We don't need you.
Tag.
You go on one-on-one with the Undertaker. Anyway.
Tag team match.
Yeah, it's always a tag team match. You're going one-on-one with the Undertaker. Yeah, I was kind of shocked that Seth not necessarily that he won, but that he won pretty cleanly. Like, he did the frog splash onto the table, so I guess you could say that, like, that was the big spot that really got to Brock was, you know, he frog splashed him right in the diverticulitis. And that was his weak spot, and so he was able to win. I don't know, it was just like, I was very surprised that, you know, it was as clean as it was. I just thought there would be more shenanigans. I thought maybe Brock would, you know, get the title back, and then I don't know. I nothing in my mind was Brock Lesnar's going to eat a fucking curb stomp and get pinned. Like, that was just not.
It wasn't just one.
That
It was at least 2 and 2, right?
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. It was one at the beginning of the match. Yeah. What was that?
You know that. It does nothing for the feud. It does nothing for the business. It's over. You wasted it. Why would he win in the first place just to lose in 30 days?
Yeah,
What's
that's
the
what I don't like about it.
Well,
that was the thing.
It was kind of like a pointless reign. You know?
Right.
But can we praise, I know we do this all the time, praise Paul Heyman, especially in that match, the way he goes like this, lovingly looking at Brock in the match, he's like,
oh yeah, he's got
that
his
was
character.
amazing.
He's dialed in.
The meme, fantastic. It's like, I want someone to look at me the way Paul Heyman looks at Brock Lesnar.
Right. Very
Don't we
accurate.
all dream of that?
I said that to my wife, and she kicked me out of the room.
But there's someone we need to discuss, and that's Sasha fucking Banks.
Yeah, so fast forward.
All right, I guess we're moving on to Raw.
I mean, SummerSlam was good, but when you got NXT, SummerSlam, and Raw all in a row, and all this shit happened, you kind of have to pick and choose what you got. So, I mean, we covered the headlines.
Loving the blue hair, by the way.
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
The wig reveal. The wig reveal was awesome.
What was that about? Was the purple? Did the purple mean she was a good guy, and the blue meant she was a bad guy, and it was supposed to be a big? Like, if she came out with blue hair, would somebody go, "Oh man, she has blue hair. That means she's a bad guy now"? Would anybody have gotten that?
No. She went Super Saiyan. You're misunderstanding how it goes.
All right, I got it now.
She went Super Saiyan. Her cousin is a Crip. The blue is our color. You know how it goes.
Like the blue hair. Yeah, some Super Saiyans have the blue hair. That's like
every time she looked at the camera, she was looking at me, so it was fantastic.
It's actually a play on a movie because, you know, like all the kids are, all the little girls and everything are big Sasha Banks fans and everything too. It's actually a play on a movie called The Descendants and everything too, with the purple.
Oh yes, that's right.
It's like the Mal versus Mevy. Yep, so now you get it now, Sam. It's Al versus Mevy.
That makes perfect sense now.
You know what's great too? Is that she didn't say shit. She just came out and whooped ass. She didn't say shit.
Well, she hugged some kids first, which is really that's a twist of the knife, man. Two girls wearing those $130 chalk line apparel Becky Lynch jackets. She goes over and gives them a hug. That's a $260+ plus tax and shipping purchase for the parents.
She's
and
a
Sasha
great
Banks
heel.
Over to hug them, and then the kids.
She's a
get
great
to watch.
heel.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
It was great seeing the boss beat the shit out of the man.
And that's all you can ask for is to just we're watching a wrestling show. We want to see people get the shit beaten out of each other. That's the whole point.
This is the kind of feud Becky needs right now too.
Oh, absolutely.
I just want to see Sasha Banks. I don't really care.
Yeah, no, me too. I told you, I knew all that fucking shit was rumors, man. I don't believe that shit. I knew she was gonna come back at some point.
Well, eventually, but her is Becky, right? So I'm sure she made some phone calls and plus the check to be written. So it comes down to the.
Yeah, another thing, and I don't know if it's true or not, and I don't have the time to check this kind of shit out, but apparently Sasha was tweeting line by line the lyrics to some fucking song, and the last line she wrote on like Sunday night or Monday morning or something, so she finished the whole song, and then she came back. I don't know if that means anything. I don't.
I'd have to take a look at that.
That's pretty good.
Interesting if that was an thing. And again, I don't understand the whole purple hair, blue hair thing. It sounds like you guys.
So what it's saying here is that Twitter feed was more important than Kingston and Randy Orton. Perfect.
I guess.
More anticipation and better ending. Perfect.
Yeah, but those people loved Kofi when he went down to Africa, man. I mean, you kids are not- like that's a cool moment to see him get off the plane and all these fucking people go bullshit for him. Like,
It was like when Jin got back home with the world title. It was perfect.
1 billion Indian people all dancing simultaneously as Jinder Mahal.
I don't want to relive that.
Where is the modern day Maharaja now?
Oh God, he's gonna be Brock's first challenger for the WWE Championship on SmackDown. No,
Well, I just want to see Heyman say Maharaja over and over again.
yes. But I mean, it's pretty much decided. Like with what they said last night about Brock not getting another title shot, is that he's going to SmackDown, right? That's just happening.
That'd be pretty good. What about our results with all of our predictions? What do you guys think? What'd you guys do? How'd you do?
I got 8 out of 10, so I can't complain.
Yeah, I got 8 out of 10 as well.
I think our scores were fairly close.
We all scored 3 out of 5 on NXT except for Vince.
I scored 2 because I bet on the fucking Undisputed Era, and then I don't know which other one I flipped. I think I just bet on the Undisputed Era.
This time, yeah.
I don't know which one I flipped on. But anyway, yeah, that was a good pick'em. It was. I think everybody was pretty much in the wheelhouse there.
In the crowd, they do those things on takeovers. Austin Theory.
Yeah, from Evolve.
That guy's he's really got some hype going on recently.
Yeah, they when Evolve did that live show on the WWE Network, he won and unified their 2 titles.
And he's young as fuck too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's a young guy. He'll be down in the program, NXT. Made it sound like he was on drugs or something. He'll be in the program, man. No, he'll be down
in the program.
Hey,
I just heard they signed Santana.
Garrett?
Santana Garrett?
Yes.
Wow.
Nice. To NXT?
Yeah, that's a good get.
That's wonderful.
Yeah,
she should have been there a long time ago. Hey, listen, since we're talking Raw, I gotta know, who did Rey Mysterio piss off?
Oh, jeez.
I don't understand why you bring him back and then a 2 out of 3 falls, he loses 2 in a row. What the fuck is going on? And now they're doing the whole thing where he started trying to cry because his acting is horrible. But where are we going with this?
Why do you think he wears a mask, Steve?
Fair enough. But where's...
I think we're forgetting. Rey Mysterio is just classic. He'll always be Mysterio, right? Family, in-ring performance, blah, blah, blah. But how much longer are we going to see the same shit? And I think everybody gets to a certain point, and I think that's what he was brought back. He was brought back to put over the next guys. Put another one with the Spanish, Mexican guy, put the young kid over, and show the world. He should be his fucking manager. Even can't
Listen,
talk,
I'm okay with Andrade going over because I'm very high
Andrade should have the belt.
I'm very high on Andrade, but my issue is, why couldn't there have been 3 falls? Have Rey win one of them? Why are we just squashing Rey Mysterio?
Because then you're not putting him over.
Yes, you are. That's not true.
No, you're not.
That's not true. He doesn't have to be. He doesn't have to be squashed to get over.
Okay, Rey Mysterio is 5'7". He weighs what? 185 pounds. So you got to stop this shit already.
Come on, dude. He's a legend.
At this point, it's like, why
Is it
does
going to be?
how can Sergeant
Dominic
Slaughter?
Mysterio?
You can't do that.
Dominic Mysterio.
Dominic. Oh, hey, yeah, fuck. We all forgot about Dominic. It's 7 foot tall Dominic.
He does look 7 foot tall next to his father.
Yeah, I mean, it's like there's 2 of them. It's like if you stack Rey Mysterio on top of Rey Mysterio, you get 1 Dominic.
It's like if you actually perfect Rey Mysterio, you get Dominic. It's perfect.
But it's like, okay, so when when Sergeant Slaughter comes out and punches somebody and they fly 10 feet in the air and take a big ball, we're at that point.
That's the gimmick versus Rey Mysterio can actually put on a match against the guy that should.
That's what I'm saying. Rey Mysterio shouldn't be squashed. They should put on a good fucking lucha clinic and put him over at the end of
Who's would you squash other than the smallest guy in the business?
Well, you can squash Kalisto. Nobody gives a shit about Kalisto. Sorry,
But
Kalisto.
Kalisto's younger.
The whole Lucha House.
Oh yeah, yeah. He can just beat all the Lucha House parts.
Kalisto's my cousin. You're fucked up, Vince.
Kalisto's your cousin. I should have picked Grand Metalik.
You can give him a Torito, you could bring him back.
I gotta give a shout out to I got to give a quick shout out to Dolph Ziggler for the selling of a spear I've ever seen in my life.
He sold
That
the
was the
shit.
worst spear.
He sold the shit out of those spears.
Goldberg's got the best spear, damn it.
You know what I love is that he sold it, but he was able to talk on the phone, laying down.
Dolph Ziggler was doing his like the Black Knight from Monty Python and the Holy Grail. He just
It's just a flesh
limbs.
wound.
I've had worse. No, you haven't.
Like, what is Dolph's new gimmick? Like, he's just like delusional now after matches.
Well, yeah, because he did the same shit on Raw, and then Miz came back out and hit him again. So
Well, I feel like that's gonna happen at least one more time with Ziggler.
Dolph Ziggler will be donating his brain to science when he dies.
We're gonna talk spears. Can we talk about Edge giving one?
Oh shit! Yeah, that was like I forgot
Not
that was
even
like,
on the main show either.
holy fuck! Edge doing a wrestling move like a decade after he retired. What the fuck?
that was awesome, though.
I did it for the one time, but I was very happy to see it. So
Oh yeah, no, I'm hoping it's the one time. Like over this weekend, Shibata, Kenta turned on Shibata and joined the Bullet Club, but Shibata's
That's
had which is awesome. Kenta's in the Bullet Club, it's really cool. But Shibata had an injury in the ring, and his head like bleeding on the brain and neck injuries, knee surgery, etc. And he was out there throwing drop kicks and doing elbows and stuff, and then they beat him down with like a kendo stick. He never took like he didn't take a bump, but they like hit him with kendo sticks and stomped on him like he was involved in the match. So it's like people are trying to figure out kind of the same with Edge. It's like, well, I know Edge is not coming back, but Shibata's still like a young guy. They're like, is he gonna make a comeback after this like bleeding on the brain, neck surgery kind of injury? I know he shouldn't, but like that, the wheels got turning when he took those bumps, and kind of like I know people are thinking the same thing with Edge. Hey, if he can do that once, wrestle the fucking match, do it.
I think
But-
Edge did his wife.
Yeah,
Edge saw his wife at the announce table. He's like, I'm gonna show some shit tonight.
yeah,
Gonna check this shit out. Scared the fuck out of him. He's like, all right, let's go home.
They say on a quiet night, if you put your ear to the wind, you can still hear Beth Phoenix delivering her fucking Hall of Fame speech.
Wow.
Still going to this day.
Mr. Cheese
well,
though.
Mr. Cheese is still going exactly.
He loved his mama.
Even on Father's Day. We're
Yeah. Yeah. What else? What else? I mean, it's 8:00. Do we keep going, or do we?
Well, we could go a little bit.
Or late.
Let me. We got no Bray, no Fiend or Bray on Raw,
True.
Which is kind of a good thing, actually.
Yeah.
I
think so.
think they ran out of merchandise because they sold it all, so they're like, we'll just wait till
Yeah.
next month.
Yeah, we can't bring him on TV just yet. Yeah.
I sent Amanda.
Understand? No Roman Reigns.
Thank God. I sent Amanda a bunch of money. I sent Amanda so much money to buy me some Bray Wyatt shit, and she told me it's all gone. So hopefully she gives me my money back. Or she spends it in Vegas. Who knows?
Just get a new NWO Toronto jacket, which I didn't know the NWO.
Holy shit! I knew she took my money.
Oh man. Nice jacket, too.
Another screw job in Canada.
In Canada, yeah.
Jack Tunney was a Canadian. He'd never go for this shit.
That was good.
Yeah, no, I think it was interesting the absence of Roman Reigns because I mean they still had that whole whodunit angle going on, right?
I still don't think it's Rowan and Daniel Bryan at all.
I don't know. Somebody said it might have been an electric car that hit him last week, which that would be really fucking funny if it was an electric
Well,
car.
what
It wasn't a Prius though, so it was,
No, what happened was it was the president of Uber. He sent it to kill Roman Reigns.
Ah,
Man, is that what happens if you don't have a 5-star rating on Uber?
I should
Eric, Justin, let's see.
Yeah,
But-
Eric, if your rating goes down the hit through the fucking car,
Justin
you're
and I
fired.
conspired.
I think Steve was ordering an Uber a little while ago before we started the show.
Oh my God. Dude, Steve was ready.
It was going to Ryan's house.
I was going to say Steve was going to order an Uber to Ryan's house and beat the tar out of him. Oh my God.
And you know what? He would go from New York to Pennsylvania in a fast amount of time,
Oh,
man.
he would have made it like half the time for sure. Oh. Just
And the car was dressed up as a pair of headphones.
Steve Steve was being so patient. No, he's gonna beat him with headphones until he dies.
Don't send me a fucking link. Tell me what I gotta do.
Yeah.
He's like, dude, fuck troubleshooting.
Fucking link I want.
Fuck troubleshooting.
Yeah, so
You motherfucker. Fuck troubleshooting. Just tell me what to do.
he's like, I don't need a tutorial. I'm not reading a tutorial right now. You read the tutorial. You tell me.
It's like when you open up a board game, who reads the directions?
It's a good thing he's a fucking intern because I ain't giving him any money.
Right? And I was like, I'm still not realizing the situation because I came in late.
And-
I was trying to talk to Steve. Like he could, yeah, I was trying to talk to Steve. It wasn't great. I was trying to get him to share. It was so bad. Like I wasn't even like if I was looking down at my phone and you asked a question, I would answer you. And I'm like, shit, he still can't hear me. Never mind. But I was like trying to get you to share your screen and like I was trying to help. But
Yeah, he's like, hey Steve, share your screen. He can't.
God, this fucking guy is not listening. No, he can't hear you. It's the difference.
You
Just
know
tell
what's
him
great?
color. You can't hear.
I told you earlier. I was talking to Steve for about 25 minutes, thinking that he's responding to me, and I was told. And what's great is that Cat knew the entire time that he couldn't fucking hear me, and never said anything. He let me go under for 20 fucking minutes. And
No,
when you
I
said
wasn't
something,
in there right away. I didn't know until Ryan said it. And
oh, stop your shit! I got fucked in Canada, and now you're fucking me to the
You know what's
Well,
funny
this is
too?
bullshit.
When it first started going down, Ryan gets on and I go, dude, I can't. You can hear me, and he nods yes. I said, I can't hear you. I can't. Nothing. And then I said, call me so I can talk to him on the phone. And then a few minutes go by, and I'm just staring at him, and then he looks up and he starts talking, and I'm like, dude, I can't read lips. Call my phone. And then he called me, and I was like, oh, here we go. But yes, but in the end, Ryan came through and fixed the problem.
Sorted out, and we're on. And
That's right. And
He definitely did. He brought me back to my Merry Melody days, and it was like a cartoon where the fire, the flame just burst out of the fucking head. How Steve did. It was fantastic. I needed that.
what was that movie in the 80s with Richard Pryor and Gene Wilder? See no evil, hear no evil?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Like this
Classic.
one. Like he can't see, he can't hear.
It was hilarious.
God, it
All
was
right.
a process. It's fixed now.
I want bloopers of that, man, because
this was a fucking.
I don't know.
I hope to God
He had so much to talk about.
Shit.
I really hope we recorded that shit.
All right. Well, we should probably wrap it up and get ready for SmackDown because it has already started.
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
God, talk already?
Cue Shane McMahon, probably.
Right, Shane McMahon talking for 20 minutes.
Best in the world.
We got to remember this. I said he's going to reverse the decision because he attacked Elias and Elias was Fisher. I said we were going to have a three-way match or a beat the clock for the Raw #1 contendership with AJ and Braun and Ricochet. And then I said that they were going to announce some sort of stipulation match with like either no countouts or a 10 count, like a last man standing, or a no or false count anywhere with Orton and Kofi. So I want to revisit those next week and see if any of those happen. We'll see.
Oh, one more thing. We King of the Ring is back.
Yes.
I wish it was on the actual fucking pay-per-view, but whatever. You know.
Like a network special or something. Yeah.
Look, as long as they don't put it on Baron Corbin, I'm in.
Oh, don't talk about Baron Corbin. He wears a dress shirt.
The worst part is he's going to be.
He's late for his shift on Fridays.
He goes back to feuding with Rollins now because technically Rollins lost the title and won it back.
Don't give them ideas, Vince.
It's
Hey,
the
Kat,
5-year
do we get
anniversary.
any
of Rollins
questions?
and I'm going with him. Yeah. Oh my god.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. Quick.
Yep, checking that right now, but I just got a thing that came through also. Paige successfully made it out of surgery, so we got that update.
Yeah. My ex-wife made it.
No, that's always good. Let's check the inbox real quick right now.
We met Paige when she was dating Alberto.
That poor girl.
Yeah, me and Alberta, we had some time with her. It's okay.
Okay, so we have Andre who sent in a
Yeah, Andre.
Yeah, Andre.
best match of best match of NXT, best match of SummerSlam. What do you guys remember? What will you guys remember?
Adam Cole Gargano for NXT.
That's pretty
Agree.
Now I go Shirai and Candice LeRae.
Yeah, I actually really like that match.
That was a good match too.
If they didn't mess up, they had like barely a couple, 2 or 3 botches. If they didn't do that, I would say match of the year, and that's crazy. I'd never say that.
nice.
What about
Sick.
SummerSlam?
Sick match.
SummerSlam.
The Fiend was that was the attraction for me. The whole fucking show revolved around when's it gonna come out and what's it gonna look like.
The thing I remember the most is definitely the Fiend match. I'm probably gonna go AJ Ricochet.
I agree with Kat 100%.
I'd go with Carla and Celine Dion. Definitely most memorable part of the night.
Yeah, that's also pretty funny.
But I think we can all agree that like the Fiend was just like the highlight of the weekend.
Oh, without question.
Oh, 100%. But if they're asking what matches, like I said, I think it would.
Yeah, I would probably say AJ Ricochet.
Yeah, I mean, I know that the Fiend match was short, but I liked what it did. Like it was for what it did exactly what it intended to
Oh,
do. So.
and how long did the Goldberg match last?
Can I ask you guys a question in all honesty? Was it really a match or was it more just camera angles?
No, he had to wrestle a match. So that was the thing. He had to like do a good match.
Yeah, but I mean, 80% of it was camera angles and entrance, which is fantastic, you know.
Yeah.
But it really wasn't a match. And then Finn Balor and his dry chicken self just didn't work.
Fried chicken.
I think Finn Balor needs some sun. a little adobo.
Well, he just got married to a Spanish girl, so maybe she'll teach him her ways.
I
Maybe
take
she
it
can
back,
feed him some
guys.
rice and beans.
We just had a question come in from one Autumn Jarrett. She emailed
Boy.
for a report.
Wow, this is the first.
Uh-oh.
And it goes, hey, it's Autumn. What do you think of Edge taking the bump? Is he allowed to? She literally held this
Yeah.
room and is standing here laughing at me.
Well, we covered that already.
I know, we covered it, Autumn, so nice try. But here, you can, yeah, goodbye.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
You know,
That was a great cameo.
seconds of fame.
I am TikTok famous.
Oh boy.
I just want to end with Goldberg is terrible and Goldberg should never get in the ring, and I hope Goldberg just stops showing up ever again.
And Eric, to answer your question, 3 minutes and 27 seconds.
There you go. Longer than I
Wow,
expected.
longer than I thought.
Yeah.
And if there's a way to turn
Probably
off,
getting to the ring.
And that's only because Ziggler got 2 super kicks right in a row.
if there's a way that we can just turn off Steve's soundboard now before he starts playing the bullshit Goldberg music, that'd be nice.
So
with the channel.
because Facebook is extremely creepy and your phones listen to you 24/7 and you shouldn't trust anybody. I was flicking through Facebook just now and a headline came up with Edge's picture and it says, after months of speculation and rumors, we can officially confirm, this is some fucking Facebook page, so take it with a grain of salt. We can officially confirm that WWE Hall of Famer Edge has been medically cleared by WWE. Edge will not be making a wrestling return. But they don't oh shit. Oh shit. You got Goldberg. Oh, from now on, we're just gonna Goldberg stand when he's least expecting it.
That was just for the chairman.
That's wonderful.
Fuck me, man.
Oh my god. Yeah, so they say some rumor dirt sheet is saying that Edge is medically cleared, but he's not going to make a return because he doesn't want to risk an injury.
Yeah, he's medically cleared TV shows.
Right?
Yeah.
So we'll see. Again, take that with a grain of salt. That's it. We went overtime because we started late. I think we made up for it. If you asked a question, you hashtag Ask the War Report, or sending a question to askthewarreport@gmail.com. You've been entered into a Wrestle Rumble pay-per-view pick'em contest where each month we give somebody a free entry into the WrestleRumble.com pay-per-view pick'em contest. If you finish in the top 10, you win a cool prize. You can pay to enter as little as $5 at WrestleRumble.com. Otherwise, ask a question, askthewarreport@gmail.com, or hashtag Ask the War Report on social media, and you could win one at the end of the month. Also, be sure to follow us on social media at TagMeADate, TagMeADate, no spaces, squish it all together. It's one word, TagMeADate. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, of course, TagMeADate.com. TagMeADate.com and the TagMeADate app, which is available in the Google Play Store and is still pending, I believe, the iTunes, Apple App Store.
Yeah, we're still working on it.
Working on
Now
it.
brought to you by Tony Schiavone.
Exactly. Tony Schiavone's gimmick. But TagMeADate.com if we don't have an app for your phone right now. If you have an Android device, you're in the clear. Otherwise, go to TagMeADate.com on your laptop, your desktop, your tablet, or your mobile device. It scales to whatever device you're on, so it doesn't look all funny. It's actually designed to work on mobile devices. TagMeADate.com is free to register, free to sign up, free to send messages, free to search, free to match. The whole thing's free. A lot of these dating sites charge money. We don't. We had a wedding. People have matched on the site, started dating, got engaged, got married.
More info about that to come this week, so stay tuned. We may possibly have a special guest next week. And if not next week, the week after, but we're working out the details. But the couple that got married and met through Tag Me a Date, we are going to get on the show to tell their story. So.
And also, we're not talking about my marriage to Sasha Banks, so it's okay.
But so check out TagMeADate.com because I love you.
Yes.
If you want to find love, sorry, Bruce, if you're quitting the podcast game, we got to take over. But go to TagMeADate.com. It's absolutely free. We have people matching, getting fucking married, and it's free. TagMeADate.com. Follow us on social media. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Go to YouTube.com. Type in Tag Me a Date in the search bar. You'll find our channel. Subscribe and hit the bell. That's the way to do that. For podcasts, we want audio only. We're on Stitcher, SoundCloud, Spreaker, and Google Play. Google Play podcast repository and iTunes. Yeah, Ryan got iTunes up. Ryan is amazing, despite the fact that Steve wanted to kill him like an hour ago. Ryan got all this shit up for us. Thank you, Ryan. So subscribe on your favorite podcast network. Subscribe on your favorite on the social media. Subscribe on YouTube, and go to TagMeADate.com and sign up. It's absolutely free. We're going to be back here live on YouTube, 7 p.m. on Eastern Time next Tuesday and every Tuesday for the foreseeable future. So why don't you come back to YouTube next Tuesday, 7 p.m. on Eastern Time. We'll see you for another edition of The War Report, brought to you by TagMeADate.com. We will see you.